a legend in his own right, and I'm not going to sit up here and say anything negative about him. He's probably going to have a rough couple days, couple weeks, whatever it's going to be. Nothing really to say about it.
Thanks, Sean.
Congrats, Sean.
Thank you.
You mentioned the DC thing, and I find that this is sort of a trend with you. Does it almost make you funny the way that people try to nitpick you and like all the little holes they're looking for to sort of point to?
I've always felt like DC wants me to lose. I just don't. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I just sat down with him the other day, and it's not like he doesn't like me personally. I just feel like he kind of wants to see me lose. I don't know what it is. If I remind him of a young John Jones. But for some reason, I feel like he wants me to lose, and there's certain things he says when he's commentating. But also, like I said, commentating will be a really hard job, and maybe I'm just taking it personal and being a pussy.
Sure, I mean more like a broader scale, just in general, the MMA fan base, people in the MMA world. It seems like people really try to nitpick anything they can find from you. Is that something you've noticed?
That means I'm doing it right. If everyone just loved me, then I probably wouldn't be as big as I am. I think there's only probably one person that everyone loves, and that's Ty. Two of us, so Ty, whatever, you know what I mean?
You got it.
I think he's the only one. How could you not like that guy? But for me, I can see how people don't like, they don't like me, but I guarantee they watched me tonight. I guarantee they did not turn the TV. They didn't get up to go to the bathroom. They probably weren't even eating or drinking. I bet they were locked into that TV when I was fighting.
Well, to piggyback off that, you actually now with this one tonight tied for the second most knockouts in bantamweight history in the UFC. Is that wild to you to already have that?
Yeah, that is pretty crazy because, I still got 15, 20 fights left in my career, I would say, something around there. That might be a lot. But, yeah, that is pretty crazy. Well, what am I at and what's the record?
5. And the record's 7, I believe?
Well, I knocked out Thomas twice, so I'm at 6.
And last one from me. You mentioned the rib injury in the cage, or Rogan did, and you talked about it. What happened and how bad was it? Like, how close did it really get?
I literally think if he would have taken me down and I tried to get up, I don't know what would have happened. I didn't spar for the last 3 weeks. I was grappling, and the guy had a body lock. He had my back, had a body lock. I went to turn. He squeezed at the same time. Nothing crazy, just grappling. And my rib just, I don't really know exactly what happened. But rib injuries, if you've ever had a rib injury, they're just so annoying, and they take a while. But I let it chill for about a week. Just ran and hit mitts, and then tried to grapple again that next week, and couldn't do the simplest grappling. So for the last 3 weeks, I didn't grapple at all. No grappling, didn't even test it, didn't even want it, didn't do any clinch work, didn't do anything. I came into this fight planning on him not being able to touch me and just being confident and trusting the work I put in. So that was really, and I'm proud of myself for having the mindset to be able to come in here and just know that.
Sure, right here. The story coming out of your last fight was you set all these records for like total output in a fight. The first round, as long as it lasted, you seemed much more patient in there to pick your shots. Was that a product of not being able to spar, or did you come in here knowing that you would probably kind of approach this fight a lot slower?
No, the reason I had that high of an output against Chris is because he just walked forward like a punching bag. The dude did not take a step back. He literally walked forward for 14 and a half minutes, and I was bouncing my hands off his face. Paiva didn't. I plan on Paiva pressuring me and coming forward, and I think that's what his game plan was, but it's a lot harder to do against me when you get in there. Like, you can say I'm going to get in there and pressure him, but he had trouble doing it. I don't know. I felt every fight's going to be different, and if someone's going to continuously walk forward, I have the gas tank, and I can do put the output out to bounce my hands off their face for that long, but I didn't need to tonight.
What were you guys saying to each other at the end? I saw you guys kind of hugging it out.
I just said, you're a tough dude, just keep fighting. But I just, said it was nothing but respect for him and anybody I fight. I feel the same way. I feel like that with anybody on the UFC roster. Just told him to keep fighting, and he's tough.
And finally, when they raised your hand and they announced that you were the winner, your eyes were closed and you kind of looked like you were soaking it in, and then you opened it. You opened your eyes, you were looking up. What was going through your mind? Yeah,
I've done that the majority of my fights. I'd like to just... it's easier to go inwards when you're not taking all this in, and I just closed my eyes and really was just enjoying that and feeling hearing Bruce and just really just taking in the moment.
Sean right here. Sean, if on Monday they have a number next to your name, what should your fans do with all their unranked champ merchandise?
Well, it actually works out nice because the unranked champ, it's still, I'm 15-0 right now. The jerseys, the shirts, everything says 15. And if I'm ranked 15, it'll all be all right. It'll make sense.
That was smart thinking. Another question. Dana White did an interview and he said,